Do you have your mic on too, or just me? Hello. We're making mosaics today. So, Jeremiah is putting me on the spot. So here we go.
You have to talk about exactly mosaics.
What's that?
Oh yeah, fancy split screen.
Yeah.
Number 2 today. Let's see here.
I'm gonna dump these out. I was just playing around with some tiles on my little circle here, trying to figure out what I was gonna do. Honestly, I think that for me so far doing mosaics, one of the funnest parts is just playing around with them and figuring out how you want to arrange them. But yeah, so I'm still kind of playing around with different designs here. We'll be doing these mosaics using these little wooden coasters for our art night this coming Monday at the 515 Brewing Company Tap Room in Clive. So if you're around, you should join us. yeah. So, is there anything you want me to like announce before I dive into this, or?
Yeah. So we should talk about that we're gonna have the color labels
Mm-hmm.
added to the uh, to Crowlers this week.
Yep, we'll be getting. So we had our Crowler label contest almost 2 weeks ago for Art Week, and last week we announced our winner, and we're working on getting those labels ready so that they can be put onto Crowlers on Monday and then sold in the tap room. So it's going to be like a cool little limited edition piece of art that people will be able to buy in the tap room. There's only going to be 30 of them for sale. So yeah, that'll be fun.
Oh yeah. And then what else? We got.
Our July flyers are going to be available
That's right.
Monday as well, so you can get a peek at what we're going to be doing next month. We've got some fun stuff planned. We've been talking up our rock painting plans. We're going to do 2 rocks per participant. So you can have one rock that you paint and take home with you, and another rock that you'll paint. And then there's the bike trail behind 515's tap room. And we're going to go out on the bike trail together and find a spot to plant your rock on the ground for people to enjoy as they ride by on their bicycles. So that's going to be fun. And we're also going to do some bubble painting at some point during July. And I'm really excited for that one because I think it looks fun and messy and chaotic. And it's going to be great. We're going to get like little bubble gun things that shoot the bubbles out. And we're going to add some watercolor paint to the bubble solution. And then just like shoot bubbles at the canvas, blow bubbles at the canvas, and then let them pop and let them dry. And then once it's dry, then you can like doodle on it, make little pictures in your bubbles. So that's going to be a lot of fun. I'm excited for that one. And yeah, then we have a few other things that will be on the flyer.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, I'm excited about the pressed flower glassware.
Oh yes, yeah. We're going to be doing some work with some pressed flowers. Don't worry, you're not pressing the flowers yourself. That takes too much time, and it's not really, our setup is not conducive to such crafts. But we're gonna buy some pressed flowers and we're gonna glue them onto glassware. So we're gonna get some, um, some cups, but glass ones, probably with straws. We might get some plastic ones for the kiddos in case they don't want to have glass. Um, and yeah, then we're gonna glue flowers and different stuff. I found like some kind of mixed packages of like scrapbooking supplies. So like different little photos and pictures and stuff like that. Some bicycles, that's fun. Some cars and different stuff. Um, so we'll have some cool things to glue onto a cup and make it look cool. Then you can show it off to your friends and they'll all be jealous. Yeah, that'll be fun. Yeah, July is going to be great. We're not going to do any repeat projects in July. We do have 5 Mondays. There's one Monday that we're still kind of negotiating on. The tap room's not available that night, so we're either going to relocate or reschedule that particular night. So we'll have more info coming for that one. But yeah, it'll be fun.
Alyssa says, I'm going to need a whole room at my house to display all my artwork from Art Night.
Yeah, that's that's part of why we decided to share that problem with everyone. We already are running out of space in our own house for all of the art that everybody in our house creates, and which it's all for sale. So if anybody wants anything, let us know. But yeah, we've been overflowing with art in our own home, and so we decided to spread the love and make all of you also make art to fill your home with, so that you can enjoy the same problems that we have.
That's
You're
right.
welcome.
Yeah, if you are, I guess, What I always think about is whenever I make something, I'll go like, is this something that I'm gonna keep, or is this something that maybe I can give to somebody?
Right? Or like I like to my latest thing that I'm trying to come up with is like ways to
Yeah,
make useful art so that it, if it has some sort of function, then I figure maybe it's more likely that somebody else will want it.
right, right. It's definitely a good thing to
Functional
have.
art. Yeah.
Um, Alyssa, I don't know. Did you have fun at the last art night, Alyssa? I don't know if she can hear me. We might have to
Yeah,
ask.
let us know if you can hear Jeremiah at all or if he's just a little bird in my ear. Um, I hope you can hear me just fine. Um, but yeah, did you have fun at the last art night, Alyssa? That was what he was asking.
Oh yeah,
Good. I'm
she
glad.
did. Good. All right. Well, Monday. What's our plan for Monday? Are we gonna do the same thing? Or, I mean, like I know we got the mosaics. I know we have
Mm-hmm.
40 places, and
Mm-hmm.
they're getting picked up pretty quick.
Yep.
So I'm
We're
like,
gonna not have as many shapes available this week, simply because of shipping time and cost and other factors. But we will have lots of circles, which hopefully people will decide to love the circles. They didn't get as much love as everything else last week. Not that there wasn't anybody to grab them, but there were more of those left over. So we'll have plenty of circles, and we're also going to have more squares and more hexagons.
that's right.
And then I think we still have a couple of flowers or hearts left from last week. I can't remember for sure, but we still have a bunch. So I think the squares are one of the squares and the hexagons, because of those angles in them, I think made them popular. The circles are a little bit more of a challenge, but we like challenges. It's one of the whole points of art nights. It's funny because sometimes Jeremiah is trying to come up with ways to make things easier for you guys, and I said, no, absolutely not. I want them to be challenged. Got to be a little bit hard. It can't be too easy, just easy enough for the kids to participate. But yeah, I think we're going to basically be doing the same thing we did last week. So we'll have lots of tiles available. I did buy more. They're basically the same ones that we had last week, just more because we went through about a third of what we had available. I really like these iridescent ones. I think these are cool, but the clear ones are really cool too. Um, so we're going to do a thin layer of glue in the bottom here. Alyssa, can you tell me how yours turned out since it's been a week? Yeah, you were there last week, right? So you
Yeah.
made one. Did it dry okay? Did it come out flat? Did it separate from the wood at all? We didn't make any, so we don't know how the method worked that we did last week.
Yeah, yours.
We were
Yours
busy.
came out after
Well,
you glued it
yeah,
in. It
it's
was
upstairs,
fine.
but I Mod Podged it, but it was like the clay had like kind of cracked and broken when I pushed it back down because it had like kind of bubbled up a little bit when it dried. So yeah, starting yours out.
I just put another like a
Nice little design in there.
just a design.
Yep. So yeah, we're gonna do.
Held perfectly. She said.
Fantastic! That's such good news. I'm glad it held together perfectly. Because I was like when mine kind of didn't adhere to the wood, I was like, oh shoot. And that was the day of art night.
Yeah, it was pretty funny.
And I was like, well, I have a sample, but it's broken now, and I had to figure out how to fix it. So the Mod Podge did the trick. And yeah, I recommended last week to anybody who made one to just do a nice layer of Mod Podge over the top of it, just to help protect it. Also, if you put enough Mod Podge in there, it kind of like fills in the little cracks, so it makes it a little bit smoother on the top. So that's nice. I'm also going to start playing around with some more designs in here.
Yeah, actually, what I was trying to figure out was how to make like a really good circle.
Yeah.
And I found a couple of different ways, but I think I think the best way was using small square triangle. For me, it was a big square. I can't remember now.
Small. What?
Small square.
Oh, yeah, to do the pattern around the edge.
And you get like a really cool looking circle, and then you can start. Then I think I shoved the diamonds in there, in between them, and it kind of gives a cool effect. But I just to me, like I was what I wanted to do was take two of the coasters and make like a bicycle wheel out of it.
That would be pretty
and then,
cool.
Try to figure out how to like make that work.
Yeah.
But like spokes and stuff was what I really wanted to do, like sort of like a wheel. But
yeah, or like some kind of like a sprocket type design.
Exactly, and I actually had it looking pretty good, and then I folded mine over because I was getting distracted. I had to do a bunch of different things.
Yeah.
But like even now, like I'm actually like should be working on printing out more of those labels for the.
We'll get to that. It's fine.
Yeah. We got to create those labels for the crowlers.
Yeah.
Oh, something about the color labels. They are going to be collectible, so keep that in mind. Like, don't if you get one, don't just throw it away.
Yeah, don't recycle that.
rinse it out. They're all numbered. Yeah. They're all they're gonna have Cam's signature on, but but as far as brewery stuff goes, like they're gonna be a collectible item, which is kind of neat. And it's funny because it's been a long time since I've seen this, but there used to be like almost every beer person had a growler collection of collectible growlers, and the growler was the glass version of a crowler.
Yep, well, it's bigger too.
And the can itself is the actual why you get the crowler part, the seed part in there, is because it's
because they used to only do growlers.
Yeah, only glass.
For a long time. It was just like the glass jugs, and they had different sizes. They had like 515 had the I forget how many ounces it is, but
32.
Was it 30?
They had
32
64.
ounce and 64.
Yeah, that's what you're thinking. Yeah.
Well, I was thinking of the 32 ounce ones because like the big ones, the big jug ones, those are the 64 ounce. But yeah, they did. We still have some of those under our kitchen sink, I think.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, we used to like have so many of them.
Yeah.
And then I actually sold some of them to somebody because they were like, I want to buy them. I was like, okay, cool.
Yeah. Well, I mean, sometimes home brewers will reuse those for.
Yeah, but they wanted to buy them for collectible, like because they didn't have them.
That's kind of cool.
The thing is, like, yeah, I had like doubles and triples of some.
Yeah.
But you can't buy them anymore. And so
you can get them filled, but you can't buy them.
Yeah, exactly. You can get them filled, but you can't buy them anymore. So like they're special. So yeah, so people are like, oh, I need that thing that I can't get, and they're like, cool. But yeah, so same thing. We're trying to bring that back a little bit. I don't know. It was kind of like a neat moment in time. I don't know.
It was fun, yeah.
But what else?
Triangles.
Did you tell them that we're going to be doing level painting, rock painting?
Mm-hmm. I didn't tell them everything.
We're going to do paint and pass again.
Yes, we're going to do paint and pass again. Yeah.
Yes, and if you weren't there for paint and pass,
you missed out.
You did miss out. If you can't see it because I'm not on camera. But this is a piece of art. You can hold it. This is a piece of art that was created at Paint and Pass.
Ooh, look at that. No, look, it's like.
I know.
Anyway, sorry.
Yeah, no, it's fun.
Wow. So, somebody decided to paint Jeremiah. That was fun. That was a cool night. Yeah. I didn't get to do that one because I was facilitating that time. But that's fine.
No, I take it. Sorry.
Okay. Yeah. I wonder if these little squares will fit here. No, not really, but kind of.
Yes. Alyssa enjoyed Paint and Pass as well.
Yeah.
All right. I was going to do this, and I kept forgetting. I'm still forgetting.
Well, don't forget.
Yeah.
What color do I want next? I don't know if I like this pattern. These circle ones are hard. I shouldn't have bought so many.
I mean, what's cool though is you have the special glues, the colored glues, and so you could use like that cool,
the glitter glue, or
yeah, like glitter glue, or you can even use the what's the other one that I liked.
We had the cosmic glue.
The cosmic glue, that's my favorite.
The glitter glue and the glow in the dark glue. Yeah. Glow in the dark glue would be kind of fun for the mosaics. Yeah. Like, where's my coaster?
Right. And
oh, it glows in the dark.
And you know what? You know what?
You know what? You know what?
You know what?
You know what? We got eyeballs. Who doesn't want eyeballs on their mosaic?
That would be awesome.
Yes, the cosmic glue that's a fantastic one.
Like who doesn't want googly eyes? Who doesn't want googly eyes?
We make it fit those in here into these little circles.
Yeah. You could bring it.
We should bring the googly eyes Monday night.
We should. It'd be fun.
It would be fun. Kids would like it too.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Alyssa said she'd add eyeballs to hers too.
Right? Who wouldn't want eyeballs in it?
I think it's a good idea.
Why did you put them over there?
Huh? What do you mean? Did you want more of them?
Bring back the eyeballs. Oh, yeah.
Just talk. All right.
Give me that. It's just like with the mosaic tiles. You just have to get so many out to find all the ones you want. Gotta make a mess. It's so weird.
It is.
It's funny. I'm gonna put a pink eyeball.
I just think it's like it almost adds like a different, texture to the whole thing, right?
Of course.
Trying to find all the green ones.
All the green mosaic tiles?
I just need some variations.
You need lots of green.
Yeah. Just because I want to try to make a thing. Oh, did you?
Eyeballs like to stick to the tray. That's fun. I'm gonna separate my eyeballs and my tiles.
Separate your eyeballs. Nice.
Just pop them out of there.
Right.
So, Jeremiah, what project next month are you most excited for?
Actually, I'm really excited about the what's it called? I like the pressed flowers idea.
Those are going to be cool.
Yes, I am excited about the paint and pass again because I think people want some retribution on it.
Retribution.
I think they want.
That's fair. Oh, that was the thing that he was trying. He was trying to be like, oh, you should let people, decide like a theme that they want for their painting, or like write some ideas on the back in case, so when people get theirs, they can like pick one. And I was like, no, absolutely not. I want you to have to try to love what you get at the end of the night. I want it to be just a little bit awful, because I feel like you're not really experiencing the wonderful world of art if you don't hate it a little bit. Like, where's my pen?
How do we brainstorm our ideas for art night, Megan?
How do we brainstorm our ideas? So a lot of our ideas we get from social media, and sometimes we'll tweak them and just change them into something that will work for our environment. So we were just chatting with Trish earlier. She was out looking at various art supplies and stuff, and kind of also coming up with some ideas for more future art nights. And so we were like, I said to her, I was like, we don't want to do anything that involves heat or fire because we don't want people to get burned. I mean, aside from like this kind of heat, because the drying tool comes in very handy sometimes, but it's more controlled and it's easy to use. So, you know, that's an acceptable one. But like, you know, we talked about like jewelry making and like melting things. Like I have a friend who has like a huge bag of crayons, and she's like, what if you guys did like a crayon melting art project? I was like, that would be so fun. And I'd love to, but I don't think that's practical for art night. Cause like, I know you can do it with hair dryers, but one, it takes a long time. And two, that'd be a lot of hair dryers and a lot of noise because it's not really like a one person at a time kind of night. So, you know, we'll come across different ideas for art projects, and then we're like, how can we make this work for us? So like the bubble painting, like I said, we're gonna get the bubble blower gun thing.
And a bunch of them.
And yeah, because I was like, well, if I can get those in bulk, then we could make that work. Because there's various ways of doing it. You can either like get a cup and a straw and just, you know, blow bubbles like blowing bubbles in your milk when you're a kid, and just kind of let them overflow onto your paper, which would be really messy and everybody get really lightheaded. So I want to do that. Another one was just like using a bubble wand, I think, and just blowing bubbles at it. I don't know. There were various ideas, but I saw one that used the automatic bubble blower, and I was like, I think that would work. That would probably be great. So we're going to try that and see if it works. That, and we figured, well, it's July, so if the weather's nice enough, we could go outside, or we could put them in like our tie-dye trays that we had for our tie-dye party. Just like put your canvas or whatever in there, and then hopefully contain it a little bit more. But and the rock painting one, I mean, it's kind of a general idea. I was just like, I was looking at something on social media, and I saw painted rocks, and I was like, oh, rock painting would be really fun. And then we thought, what if we did 2 rocks for everybody, so you could leave one behind on the bike trail, which I thought was kind of cool because we like doing community projects.
Borderline littering, but you know.
Yeah, you know, it's just a little bit of artistic littering. It's like graffiti, but without defacing property. I don't know. We've we've tossed around lots of ideas of how we could make art on 515's building and hope to not get in trouble, but we haven't. We're not ready to start those discussions yet. The mosaics, like, I don't even remember how I came across. I think it was like looking at something on Amazon for a different art night project, and I came across like the little coasters, and I was like, and then like, you know, it's like you look at the product page and it's like, oh, maybe you want this too, and it had like the mosaic tiles, and I was like, oh, mosaics, that would be so much fun. I've always wanted to try that. So that's how that one came about. But yeah, we just basically, you know, we are creative people. So whenever we come up with a cool idea for an art night project, we just make a note of it and we write it down, and then we find a place to plug it into our schedule. But
yeah, the next this we actually have some regulars that we've asked to help us kind of just kind of guide or make sure that, you know, kind of almost get you know, some other set of people to kind of bounce stuff off of. And so this is the first time we're trying that out, and yeah, I think it's actually been really helpful to kind of not necessarily reel us in, but to make sure that, you know, we're, you know, being true to what we want Art Night to be, because like the whole idea of it in the first place was to just, we just want people to make art, because a lot of times people forget that they can be creative, and it's interesting when you watch somebody go from like saying something like, I can't do that, or
I can't draw, I'm not
an
creative.
artist, yeah. And then you see, and they make something, and then it's like, it's weird. Like, it is definitely life changing for some people, but at least in that moment, like watching somebody kind of almost grow a little bit.
That was, I think, one of my favorite moments still, and probably same for Jeremiah, in our whole story of how Art Night came about and how it evolved. Back in December, we were doing Christmas cards. And There's a guy who frequents the tap room a lot, and we've known him for, gosh, probably
Years.
10 plus years. And so like he would come and check out what we were doing all the time, and we were like, you should come join us. You should participate. It would be fun. And he's like, no, 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 I'm not artistic at all. I can't draw. I can't do anything. He's like, I have one thing that I can draw. He's like, and that's it. That's all I can do. And we're like, okay, well, then come draw that. So we convinced him to do a greeting card with his little hot dog guy. Um, and he was really happy with it when he finished it. And Jeremiah said, hey, why don't I take your card home with us and I can scan it, and then I can print off a box of your card and you can send those to your friends and family. And he was like, that sounds so cool. Yes, I want to do that. And so we did that for him, and we brought it back. And he was so excited, and he was like, he's like, I always say that like I'm not creative and I can't do anything artistic. He's like, but this made me feel like an artist. And he was so proud of it, and it was so fun to see his excitement about it. But you never know what's gonna make you feel like an artist. So it's important to give it a try.
It's true.
And it's good for your brain.
It's good for a lot of things. But yes, 100% for your brain.
Yeah.
Man, it looks okay. So it's trading 5.
Ooh.
Maybe you can show everybody what I'm doing. So I'm creating a 5 over here for the 515. Whee! And maybe I'll get around to doing the other numbers.
You could try to.
I was trying to see if I could fit it all in here, but
maybe you could make like a hop.
What?
Hops flower thing.
Oh, a hop.
Bud.
Yeah, that's a good idea too.
That'd be kind of cool.
I can set this aside, I think. I just need this.
Yep, you just need a piece of paper. Here's a trick that we had to show some people on Monday. It works pretty well.
Alyssa is asking how Art Night started.
Oh, that's a good story. So, we've told it a lot, especially over the last month.
Yeah, sure. So I don't mind.
So last summer, I encouraged Jeremiah to start drawing again. And through doing that, we would go, and at least once a week, we'd go to 515 and hang out and have a beer, and we'd sit at the bar and draw together. And eventually we were doing watercolors together for fun. And we would do this everywhere, but at 515 specifically, it kind of got the attention of like the beer tenders, because we would usually sit at the bar. And so Kelsey, the taproom manager, asked us one night, she was like, you guys remember when they used to have drink and draw here? And we're like, yeah, absolutely. We really enjoyed coming to drink and draw. We came a handful of times. And we knew the guys that were running it, and they were really nice. But we were like, yeah, whatever happened to that? Like, why don't they do it anymore? She's like, I don't honestly know. Like, it just never got brought back after COVID. And so we were like, well, she's like, and she asked us, well, would you guys have any interest in doing something like that? And we're like, yeah, actually, that would be pretty fun. Like, what would it entail? And so she was like, so drink and draw itself used to basically be a bunch of people who liked to draw or make art would come together and hang out and draw together. They just kind of bring their own supplies and work on their own projects. It's kind of like the knitting circle thing, where like a bunch of ladies who have their knitting projects come together and hang out and do their knitting together. It's not necessarily guided or anything like that. It's just kind of a hangout time. And so originally, like, we kind of brought it back as that. But we were like, well, let's bring some drawing supplies, and maybe have an idea of something that we could like help people learn to do in case they want to come, but maybe they're unsure of how to get started with drawing or making art. And so we did that for like September. Oh, and then in October, we participated in Promptober, which is done by Draw or Die. Fantastic group there. They're a lot of fun. It was my second year doing Promptober with them, and so I was like, we could do this for our drink and draw nights. And then we were doing live streams of our stuff because it was a daily thing throughout October. But so that was fun. And then in November, we were like, cool. So now what? And through doing Promptober, we kind of got more into painting and doing watercolors and stuff. And so I thought, well, why don't we introduce like a watercolor project at Drink and Draw? And throughout this whole time, by the way, most Monday nights, it was just the two of us hanging out. Occasionally we'd have somebody pop in or sit and chat with us or whatever, but most of the time it was just the two of us. And so we played around with some watercolor projects. We did some Zentangle stuff. I really enjoy doing Zentangles. Haven't made one in ages, but and then in December we were like, oh, we'll do Christmas cards with watercolors because I had done a series of Christmas cards the year before, and it was a lot of fun. I was like, these are pretty easy, so we did that. And then again, it was like we never had more than 3 people attend.
I mean, every once in a while, yeah, we get between like 3 and
it's usually
7.
like 1 to 3. Well, through the winter.
Through the winter, yeah.
Yeah.
No more than 3.
No more than 3. All the way through January and everything. February came around, and we wanted to do something different. And so we hosted a Cards Against Humanity tournament, but no one came. It was very sad. We brought prizes and all kinds of fun stuff, and it was going to be so awesome. We did this at our house years ago with a bunch of friends, and we had a blast. And we thought this would be so fun to do in the tap room, but nobody came. And we were like, now what? Like, what are we doing? Like, are we wasting our time and our effort on this? And I mean, I told Jeremiah one night while we were sitting there painting together on a Monday night, I said, look, I consider this like a standing date night. And every Monday we get to come out and hang out and paint and make art together. And sometimes people join us and sometimes they don't. And that's okay because we're still getting to do what we want to do. And he's like, well, that's a good way to look at it. And that particular night was really awkward because our normal tables in the back of the tap room were filled with, I don't know, like a birthday party or something going on. And so we got stuck at the one library table at the front of the tap room. And we're like, well, this is kind of awkward and weird to be up here. But, so after February, we sat down, we were like, let's, like, what is it that's not bringing people to our little get together? Like, what do we need to do to like get the word out? Because I think a lot of people just didn't even know it existed, even though, we were posting on TikTok and Instagram all the time, talking about it. And even 515 was like sharing that it was happening. And we're like, what does drink and draw mean? And so we thought maybe drink and draw sounds too intimidating for people or too limiting. And, we felt like it was limiting because a lot of the time we weren't drawing, like we were painting or, whatever. So we decided to rename it, and we went through a whole brainstorm process to come up with a name involving some very interesting ideas from AI. And they were all stupid, but we settled on Art Night.
Yeah. Terry, I want to know what's a Zentangle?
Oh, we'll get into that. Yeah. But yeah, so I don't know if you can find one. Oh, actually, I have my book here. But so we rebranded it to Art Night, and we made flyers. We planned out the month of March, and we put flyers in the tap room, and like practically wallpapered the place with them. And all of a sudden, people started coming. So that's kind of how it morphed into Art Night. And I'm so glad that we made the changes that we made because I was getting bored just hanging out with Jeremiah. I'm just kidding. This is a Zentangle. This is a whole page full of Zentangles. Zentangles is kind of like a meditative art form that revolves around different patterns, repeating patterns, and it can be whatever you want it to be. There are a lot of preset, kind of patterns, established patterns that people use that have names and everything. Um, this is a whole book teaching you how to do Zentangles. I got started with Zentangles because of TikTok. I followed a couple accounts of people that were doing it. I was like, wow, that looks really fun. I want to try it. And there are people that live stream once or twice a week doing Zentangle tutorials and stuff. We did, I wish I had it here right now, but I don't know which book it's in. But in November, we did a turkey.
Yeah.
That one was really fun. That was the first time that we actually had was it that one that we had the big group for? Or was No, it wasn't.
That was a big group, but it was like 4 people showed up.
Yeah, we had 4 or 5 people that night. We were like, whoa, there's people here. It was kind of crazy. But it was really fun. We basically just did a turkey with I don't know, shapes. Whatever. And then we filled in the various feather shapes and body shape of the turkey with Zentangles. And we were able to, and that was one that I was kind of guiding people through. So, which, I mean, we could still try to do stuff like that with our art nights, but we'd probably have to have multiple people guiding people through the process and doing those tutorials just because it would be hard with everybody so spread out. So, but yeah, Zentangles are fun. This is kind of in the shot, so yeah. But yeah, and that's how Art Night became Art Night. My long-winded storytelling ability there. But
oh, thank you, Tara. Tara said that she will post or share the flyers.
Awesome, thank you.
At Des Moines Roller Derby.
Woohoo! I need another. Oh, there we go. This is the one I want.
Nice.
Thank
you for the. Alyssa said that. She said, "Way to persevere." What a nice story. And you're right.
It did take some patience and perseverance to get to where we are now, and I'm glad that we stuck with it. I mean, like I said, we were having a good time even just by ourselves, but some things are better with friends, and yeah.
Yeah, I think that there was I don't know if it's weird, but it was so funny because we talked about we're like, well, let's make this thing called Art Is Rad and let's just do what we're doing, but let's get other people just to create art. That was the premise of the whole idea originally, and it was one of those we were just literally we were just drawing and we were talking about this, and it's so weird to kind of think back on that because when we were drawing we would also be talking to each other, and that was the thing that we just wanted people to kind of experience, hey, you're making art, it's better, it's cool when you do it with community.
Art as a social activity.
Yes. Yeah. And
which is really funny because I am very
antisocial.
much antisocial, and I don't like doing art around other people. But I've gotten over it. It's fine. But yeah, no, I kind of forgot about how one of the ways we kind of got started with it was by going out to various places, and we would always have our sketchbooks with them. I know I have with us. Excuse me. I got some of these little sketchbooks for myself and Jeremiah, and we would go and we would take our sketchbook and a pen, and we would just sit and draw together. But anytime that you're out in public and you're drawing or painting, it gets the attention of the people around you. And I think it's kind of just natural that people want to stop and look and see what you're doing. And so when we would go out in public and do this, inevitably people would stop and talk to us and be like, oh, what are you making? What are you drawing? What are you painting? And through doing that, it turned into then people would be like, oh, I really like painting, or I really like drawing. Would you like to see some of my work? And it started these conversations with people. And that was kind of what we thought, like, man, I miss drink and draw. Like, that would be like a fun way to like bring these people together again. And
Actually, the funniest part to me was people would say to us, "Oh, yeah, I can never do what you're doing," and they're like, "It's just and they'd say
that's
how
so
it's
impressive.
so
Wow,
impressive, blah
yeah.
blah, whatever." And then they're like, "Oh, you make art?" Like, yeah, I make art. Just
Just not like
not like
that.
that, and it's not as good as yours, and all this other stuff. And then you're like, "Oh, cool. Let's see what you get. Show us your art. Like we'd love to see it." And they show you something, you're just like.
You're like, wow, now I feel
like, I
dumb.
feel inadequate. Like, yeah, like, I don't feel like I don't know what this person's like, joking around with us. Like,
Are you lying to me?
But yeah, but it's just that whole perception of like,
Yeah.
like I don't feel good enough that you get, and
Yes.
it's funny because we we like, I mean. We
always
talked about
going to
we would
do-
talk about though. You're like, what are you saying? This is amazing, because we're not like if it's ugly, we're gonna maybe not say it like that. But it's interesting. Like,
Yeah.
like it was like neat. It was like somebody's like, oh, and they're like almost. One time we saw somebody after it's been like a month or two, and they're like, I started doing more art after we talked, and it was like freaking A. Like, that's amazing.
So awesome.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah, art. I mean, yeah. This last week was at art night was we had 32 people join us, which is a record.
Never thought we would have been saying that.
Yeah, it sounds like so much, but at the same time, it's like cool. I'm in working
awesome.
again.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
We have enough for 40.
Keep growing. Yeah, every week now. So especially for the last 4 or 5 weeks, because it's with Art Week and the extra advertising and like promoting that we've had happening. Every week it has grown bigger and bigger, and so like every weekend we sit and we're like, do we have enough supplies? What are we going to do if we run out? Do we need to buy more? Like, I mean, I literally last weekend bought more mosaic stuff. I originally had
just
enough.
in case.
Yeah, I originally had enough to do 28 projects. And we were like, well, we should just buy like 12 more and just bump it up to 40. And we did. And then we had people pump out 32 projects, and we're like, good thing we bought extra. So yeah, and I keep reminding him every week. I'm like, hey, if we sell out, good for us. Like, just the idea that like we have enough people coming in there wanting to, be part of it.
Trisha says, I can't art either. Yeah, whatever. I will say it's something we really didn't. I don't know if we talked about it all when you're talking about it, but when we started this whole thing, we weren't charging anybody to join us. We said, hey, look, just come join us. We have all these art supplies, whatever, and we would buy enough art supplies for a lot of people. And it wasn't until I think it was May.
Late May, towards the end of May.
We could do other things, but this is like it's getting expensive.
Yeah, when we started actually growing and gaining more numbers, we were like, this is not sustainable.
Well, and it's not. It wasn't like. Anyways, it's funny because okay, so for me, I know I take a different approach than Megan, but for me, like I would like to be like Batman, but art man. Like instead of fighting crime, I just use my billions of dollars to let's make some art. Let's make some art together or whatever, and whatever it is. Let's go paint the Statue of Liberty, whatever. If you're Batman, you have billions of dollars. You could do that. You don't have to buy the Batwing.
You're a billionaire. You can do whatever you want.
Yeah, you could do a crazy art project.
We're not billionaires.
Yeah, we're not billionaires. I'm just saying, if I could, I would.
Well, originally we were hoping also that through our art sales, we were like, oh, well, because we did the whole, we have a little gallery wall in the tap room, in case you hadn't noticed. We do have art available for sale there. And like we've designed some t-shirts and stuff and tossed around different ideas of like things to sell. And we thought, cool, well, if we can make some money selling that stuff, then that can help fund the art night stuff because we wanted to keep it as accessible as possible.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I need these green diamonds. If you got any green diamonds, I want them all.
It was not that like we were trying to kill ourselves financially. And it was not that we are opposed to the idea of making money on a thing. It was more about wanting to create an art community, essentially, and we wanted to keep it accessible because like we get frustrated because like we'll find and I think these things are awesome things and I am glad they're available to people, but like we would look at like the paint and sip classes or the pottery classes, the pottery painting and stuff like that, and it's really expensive. And being parents of a large family, cost is often an issue for things. And so like, you know, we would look at the paint and sip stuff and it's like not only is it kind of pricey because they're usually $30 to $40, but everybody's essentially doing the same project. I mean, it's beautiful.
Does it look kind of like a hop?
I think
almost?
it does. Yes, I think you just need more foliage maybe at the top.
Foliage,
but, yeah, it's looking good. But you know, they're like $30 or $40 a person, right? And you mind picking that up for me?
That's right.
And they were like, well, that gets kind of pricey, and then like you're kind of, I guess, pigeonholed in a way by the project that you're doing. Now, we did do one of those with some friends, and so of course after that, at the end of the night, we had 4 paintings of the same subject, but of course all 4 of them were very different renditions of it, which we loved, and part of that was because of the people that we are. And you know, like you're going to have people there that are trying to copy exactly, you know, the thing that the artist is teaching you to do, and then you're going to have people that are like, I don't want to do that, I'm going to do my own thing. And that was literally us, and our paintings are so different. But
yes, sorry. There's some comments that were missed. They're golden. All right, so
let's hear it.
Sorry. Yeah, selling out is definitely a good problem to have. First of all,
Yes.
Tara said, "Art man fighting mental illness with a single art project."
Yes, exactly.
Yes. And Alyssa said, $5 is still so accessible and fair for facilitated art activity with all supplies provided. Yes, it is 100%. And yes, that is.
It factors into the projects that we do as well. Because, I mean, technically the Mosaic projects are more than $5 a person. So that's been kind of scary for us this month. But we're happy to have people coming. Exactly. So we're just banking on things kind of evening out over time, so to speak. Exactly. But I think each of these, well, I don't really know. And that's one of the other kind of scary things.
Don't look.
One of the things that's kind of scary with each project is like we don't know for sure each time how much we need to do for each person, if that makes sense. So like our mosaic tiles, for example, like I mean, I made one sample project, but it was a much bigger project than what we actually made at Art Night. And so I was like, well, I used 70 of those tiles in that project. So I guess on average, people might use 50 or 60. And so we're trying to calculate like how many tiles we need for each project and how much we need to buy and all this. And so like it gets a little, in like the clay, I was like, I have no idea how to figure out how much clay we need. So we just got 15 pounds of clay and called it good. And we have plenty of clay. So like some of this may even out between the 2 projects because like from what we bought last week to create 40 projects, 32 projects were created. And then this week we had to buy obviously more of the coasters. But then I did buy some more tiles just because I didn't need to, but I wanted to, I guess. Sometimes it's like that. It was funny because like I thought that more were used than there were, and so when I got the new tiles that I had bought because I hadn't had time to go actually check and look at it, and then I was like, oh, it was really only like a third of them were used. So like technically we probably had enough for this week as well. But that's okay because Jeremiah's got all kinds of crazy ideas of art he wants to make now with mosaic tiles. So we'll have plenty of those available for him. But yeah, we want to keep it really accessible. When when we started talking about potentially charging, and I said I think we should just start with like $5, and he's like, I just don't want people to not come because we're charging money. And I said, I really don't think that anybody who's already coming is going to stop coming because we're asking for money to help cover the cost. So because we've had so many people over the last few months who have participated when it was free, and they asked us like, how much do I owe you? Like, can I give you a donation or something? Because obviously all this stuff that you guys are providing, you didn't get it for free. Or did we? But yeah, so I think that, having something that people are really enjoying is worth something. And I don't think that anybody is sad about helping with that. So thank you to those of you who've been with us for a while and are still sticking around.
Yeah. Purchasing art supplies and using art supplies are two different hobbies. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yes, absolutely. We have an abundance of art supplies. So a lot of the stuff that we started out with, we were just using things we already had. But was it Trish that said that?
No. It was,
okay. Because I only asked that because Trish called us earlier while she was shopping for art supplies, and I wish I could have been out there shopping for art supplies with her because it is a fun hobby to go shop for art supplies.
Yeah, I was so glad that Trish called because I think it was nice because it was like, oh, cool. These are going to be some projects that we have some really cool projects for August now we can do.
Yep.
And we're excited.
I'm going to show you our little trick for preserving your design, even though I'm not actually going to keep this one, but you can use, anything really. I'm going to use this sticker just because I can. Check out Courtney Krause's music.
Oh, she's really good.
She's actually really good.
She's local to Des Moines. Really
she performed at our gallery opening night at 515. It was really fun.
Yes.
Like a sticker.
And I've listened to her music a few times.
Yeah.
But
anyway, so you can use a piece of paper or, whatever's flat and handy and big enough to cover your coaster. You just put it over the top, flip it over, and there's your design. I didn't have mine filled up in the tray, so it kind of came apart a little bit, but you get the idea, And then you prep your tray, you put the glue in it and the clay in it, and then you transfer your design back into it. So it works pretty well.
They said they have a lot of beads left over from their beading era. And then Alyssa also had a beading era.
Who doesn't?
I actually thought it'd be fun to do friendship bracelets one night at art night. And anyways, now that I say that out loud, I totally forget that that's a Taylor Swift thing.
Oh, well, yeah, we don't want to do those kind. We'll do like the embroidery floss and like tying your own, like the camp style.
Yeah, it's fine.
Not the Taylor Swift ones. No disrespect to Taylor Swift. She's amazing. Love her.
Yeah.
I don't want to steal her thing. Not that she'd care.
She's like, these assholes.
Yes, exactly. That's probably what she would think. We're definitely assholes. More so me than Jeremiah, really, but
Yes, we will let you donate all the supplies or some of the supplies for friendship bracelets.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, if people have things that, they're like, this has been sitting in my house for 10 years and I'm never going to use it because at one time I thought macrame sounded cool. Like I told Trish earlier when she was looking at all the pretty shiny things, I was like, it doesn't have to be used for its intended purpose. We'll figure something out.
She knows that. Trisha's like masterful.
Yeah, she is.
I mean,
But sometimes when you're looking at the supplies, you think, oh, this is for that. Do I want to do that project? You're like, well, you could. Or you could do a different project with it. Like Jeremiah's going to do with all these mosaic tiles.
Oh, yeah. So, like, there's a D&D...
That's what you should do on the wall behind us.
No. So there's a D&D, the Dungeons and Dragons art show.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah. So it's funny. So this is kind of cool. So I forgot to talk about this. So,
yeah.
So in July we also have we have 3 art shows. 3 art shows. Yeah, good enough. Yeah. That's fine with me. So there's one July 6th at Merle Hay Mall. We're gonna go to. It'll be Dean.
Sturtevant.
Yeah. So Dean is if you know Dean, you know Dean, but. Yeah. Dean is hosting that at Merle Hay Mall, and so we'll be doing that, and that is on July 6th, and that'll be a lot of fun. And then July 13th, our friend D. Ryan Allen is hosting a Dungeons and Dragons art show at the Fremont, and so we'll be doing that, and then July 20th, this is the one that keeps me awake at night because I keep coming up with cool ideas. But it's middle of nowhere art show. I mean, it's going to be more like an event. Like there's so much stuff going on. Huge. So they have they're gonna have like bands playing. They have over 20. I don't know. A lot of artists signed up for it, which is great. It's at a winery called The Cellar. But that one, we got asked by Siri Casso, if you know him.
Not Siri on your phone.
Yeah. You got asked by him to do this
event.
It's the
yeah.
You got asked to do a community project, so we're doing a community project at that show, and so he put us right next to the stage, so that way so families could join in and do this art project. But he's given us 2 canvas rolls that are 100 inches by 20 inches. And so we can do whatever we want with them. So we've been noodling, trying to figure out some cool ideas for for doing community projects. Yeah. So because it can't be anything that's super messy. Because I still want to do this, but my idea that I still love is everybody gets a handprint on the wall, and then they go ahead and thank you. So then they can sign their handprint, and then that way they can say they were there. And then the other thing that we thought of was basically doing almost like a big giant coloring book, where we would draw stuff and then people could fill in the colors, or if they want to add to whatever, they can add it. So it kind of just depends on their artistic, ability, but it gives people an idea, a way to interact and be a part of it, without actually having to have any skill. That's I don't know. Thinking about those things is hard. Let's see. Tara said, do you all do a body doubling experience, like a group Insta Live where we can all join and do our respective craft for the day? Tara, what's interesting is that was what we originally wanted to do when we started Art Is Rad. Was one of the things was have just an online presence where we could have.
We thought of it as being more like a live stream kind of thing rather than an in-person. Before we ever even did Drink and Draw, that was kind of a goal, was to just do kind of collaborative art through the internet.
Yeah. And so even where we could send people they want to do this project, well, we'd send you we'd buy everything as much as we could in bulk, and then basically ship it to you, so that way you could buy it at a discounted cost.
Yeah.
And there's other websites and stuff that do that, which is kind of sad to me when I see stuff like that, because I go like, I don't want to copy what they're doing, but at the same time, like the more we go down this rabbit hole, you're not the first person to ask us that, and so who knows? Maybe we will go down that path at some point, But if we want to coordinate, online art day, I know like you would. I think it's something that sounds like from our last conversation, sounds like something you'd appreciate, and we could totally do that. Trying to get my tiles to look right. I'm trying to make a hop. I think I have a cool idea how to make this hop. I just need the right colors in the right places, and I'm good. If I don't do it right, it looks kind of like a almost almost looks right.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like I need to like shift everything down just a little bit like this.
I'm having a lot of trouble committing to a design today. But like I said, I also just enjoy playing with these and rearranging them over and over again. So whatever.
Tara's homebound, so she would love the community online. By the way.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Well, we will
Keep that in mind.
Yeah, we'll figure something out.
Yeah.
Because, like I said, that was something on our list originally when we were making this.
Mm-hmm. Definitely still on our radar is just who we've obviously been very busy with art night, doing our in-person stuff.
Yeah, so I think I talked about this earlier, but we actually asked for help, basically. So there's Stephanie and Trisha. And Stephanie's literally been there.
She was our first regular attender.
I think it started, though, back in February.
Yes. Well, it was like either end of February or beginning of March.
But yeah, we'd see them at the tap room, and then they were like, they'd come and join us, and it was fun. It was like nice, and and so we asked her and Trish, who's been like just super helpful, and to kind of help us kind of make sure that what we're doing is true to what we started with, I guess. And we're just this is new to us because we're. I think I got it. What do you think? Yes. That was pretty good.
That looks beautiful.
All right, yeah. I just ruined it, but
you did. No.
Does this look cool?
Look.
Yeah, here, I'll put this on the thing now. Right. Let's see, don't drop it. There's my hop. What do you think of the cool hop? Does that look like a hop?
I think it does. I think it looks awesome.
Yeah, here, do the side by side.
Yeah.
There you go. See, looks like a hop, right?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay. Okay. Well, anyways, Trisha joined Instagram.
Woo.
We're joining Instagram chat. Nice.
Hello.
So Trish, just gushing about you.
Mm-hmm.
It is harder than it looks. It is harder than it looks. This is. Thank you, Alyssa. Yeah. I saw somebody else do this trick where they took a drawing, not a drawing, they took a photograph, and then they did like they put all the tiles above it, over their art, and then they transferred it to their tray or dish or something like that. I forget what they were doing their mosaic on, but it looked cool. But to do like, I tried it out with this over here, and it did not work.
It doesn't transfer as easily as you might think.
What's up? All right, yeah. Let me. Anyways, I have. If you want to join the chat, so you don't have to join the chat. If you want to join the call, you can join the call.
Yep.
We're I'm gonna start gluing mine down here in a minute, but if you want to join the yeah, did you have? By the way, do you have like a bigger tray still? Do you have another bigger tray?
No, I only bought the one.
Okay, that's fine. I was just.
No, it's okay. I mean, we have like the wood pieces that we bought for yarn painting.
Oh, that might work actually.
Mm-hmm. You just wouldn't have the lip to like hold your clay in, but like. Yeah, I was gonna say technically you could just glue them directly onto it with your cool cosmic glue.
Exactly. Yeah.
Don't forget your eyeballs.
Maybe. I'm just trying to see if I'm gonna. Don't ruin that. Just need all those. All right. But yeah, let me send you the link to the stream. You can join it right now if you'd like. Put that there. And yeah, there you go. There you go. Yeah, feel free to join up. Chat away. We'll be here for a little while longer. We're just waiting for the next kid taxi moment. You know?
Yep, I got about half an hour.
And I'm gonna. Can you have me? Do you have any like these tiny squares?
You want just the green, or?
I would love just green ones. If you see them, I'm just.
I have some dark green.
Yeah, any green would be great. I'm just trying to get all the green ones because I would like to have a green 515. And then I'm going to try to see if I can fit this hop into it. And I have some extra green here that I'm actually, I don't know why. Oh, yeah, do I need another 5? What am I doing over
51 Brewing Company.
Yeah. Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. Fist bump. She's so pretty.
I'm eating the pasta salad.
Yum.
It sounds good.
I'm actually kind of hungry.
Yeah.
I forgot we didn't really actually technically eat lunch today because those burritos this morning were.
Yeah, I made breakfast burritos. We have one of our extra kids visiting and their partner, and it's so awesome that they come visit. And but they're at a Pride event today, and yeah, they're fun. Gosh dang it! At least put it this way. I was looking for this particular color here, and I did not see it. Let's see here. Okay. So if you're watching, I see there's people watching on I forget actually Twitch, I think, or is it on YouTube, Facebook? If you're there, hit up in the chat. Don't feel like you can't join the conversation, or at least say hello. And everyone's pretty welcome. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. What's that?
Alyssa had said to Trish that she's the queen of sorting. She is so good. It is
Yeah.
so funny. I should have been. I'm not prepared to show pictures on here. It's like a pain in the ass to show pictures on the stream. So if you're not prepared for it, can you have me this green one right there?
Absolutely not.
Okay. Thank you. But anyways, what's funny about Trish is like all about chaos art.
Mm-hmm.
And so it was so funny to see how organized she was the other day.
I loved it.
And that was like the second time in a row because previously Trish did the cover design And she did that as a
more organized
art
strategy with that. Yeah.
And I thought it came out really great. But I just thought it was so funny though. That, sorry, I don't mean like, well, yeah. Anyways, that was funny. I love chaos art too. It is a lot of fun. All right, into the void.
Into the thick of it.
Let's fix it for a second.
Okay, I think I found a design I like.
Good.
I don't know if I want this.
One more green small square. Or a rectangle, maybe. Oh, perfect. Thank you. It's silly. I don't know. Sometimes I think it's silly that, like, I try to do some nice stuff for 515. I don't own 515.
Nope.
But it's been a part of our lives for so stinking long. It's funny. But like, yeah, look at this. See, I made a 515 little mosaic tile thing to add to my hops, and I'm gonna glue them onto this board here, and I'm gonna try to make it do like the hop on here too.
On that board?
On the board.
Ooh.
I know.
I don't know, man.
I know. See.
Okay, guys, what do you think of this? Do I need to change any of these colors?
I think if I rotate it, it could be fine. Oh, thanks. Thank you, Alyssa. All right. I think your colors look awesome, by the way. Which glue? You're going to use glue, right?
No, I think I might do the clay.
Oh, nice.
I don't know, though.
See, I was hoping you'd use this glue.
The glow in the dark?
The pink.
That would be pretty awesome.
Glow in the dark glue with this, or even the.
I know, yeah, or the glitter glue,
or the cosmic glue.
How do I decide? Okay, guys, you gotta help me out here. Which? Yeah. What am I doing? What am I doing?
Yeah.
Here?
Which glue is Megan using? She using the cosmic glue, the glow in the dark glue, or the glitter glue? Hopefully you can see
clay.
This. Or clay. Clay is an option.
Clay is an option.
Yeah, neither use eyeballs. Hey, I'm not done with mine.
I know I didn't put any eyeballs in it, but I like this. It's like sea glass, It's giving beach vibes. Mm-hmm. Beach.
Son of a beach.
I think I want a blue one here instead of a white one.
How many more boxes of these do we have?
3.
3 more, or
yeah,
4 more.
Well, okay, so we had.
I think we had 5 total.
Oh, we have 5 total, but I emptied one.
Oh, okay, just to clear.
Yeah, but it was the smallest one.
Mm-hmm.
Because this. Most of them. Well, no, maybe this is the smallest one. I don't know. I don't remember. Yeah, because I had one box I brought last week that only had 700 tiles in it or something like that, and then I had 2 bigger boxes, like one that had 1,100 and one with 1,600 tiles, and then I bought 2 more boxes of 1,600. So. Did we get any input? What am I using? Jeremiah.
Well, Alyssa said forget the glue and use eyeballs.
Well, I still have to attach it.
Apparently, you're just using eyeballs.
I'm going to stick them in my eyeballs. That would hurt.
I still think you should use the pink one, the glow in the dark.
The glow in the dark, yeah. I dig it.
All right. Well, I always forget there's a 30-second delay, by the way, between.
Yeah, I know. Well, that's why I waited a while. I didn't ask immediately.
Well, you gotta give them like 30 seconds to catch up.
do.
What you looking at?
I really hate when I pick up my phone to check all the notifications I missed, and then a bunch more come in.
Mm-hmm. This is the worst.
Okay. We're going for glow in the dark pink glue. And since I'm not, oh gosh, okay. Since I'm not doing clay over this, I'm just gonna kind of put a lot of glue on it. And then I'll fill in with more glue. Oh, this might be our daughter. I got a call. Hang on. Hello? Hello? Yeah. That was our 16-year-old, and she's at a birthday party, and though so much background noise. Wow. She was working today. She works for me as a lifeguard at the Wellmark YMCA. And as her father put it earlier today in a family chat, he said her phone decided to try to play victim in a lifeguard scenario. So she was calling me from her friend's phone. I don't know if this glue is going to work. Oh my goodness. I don't know. This is difficult.
Yeah.
When you, yeah, me with my broken arm. Yeah. When you think something's going to be easy peasy lemon squeezy, but it's actually difficult, lemon difficult. Oh, that hurts.
Can I have the box?
Yeah, in a minute.
Of course, yeah. I would have done that for you, by the way. I like helping you out. Sorry. Let me squeeze some more glue in there.
Sure.
You think that's enough?
It'll get me started, yeah. So much glue.
Say when.
Okay, that's good. Thank you.
Okay, there you go.
Gracias.
Oh, let's see. Try. There you go. It does a thing on our end. So quiet.
I know. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I didn't mean to leave you hanging, but we've been so focused on trying to get these mosaics, mosaic-y. I'm regretting what I'm doing because I'm laying out all my pieces on this piece of wood. I'm going to take them all off,
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know how it's going to come out, but
trust the process.
Trust the process. All right. Only give me the opportunity to report a comment. Oh, okay. Let's try this one more time then. I will do this. I'll copy the invite link. And I will paste it one more time. Let's see. Is it a different link? The same link. Oh, you can join the Insta Live. I just don't know how to do it. And actually, I don't. So, we use Restream. So that's how we actually are streaming. So the whole Instagram thing, it just is just putting a stream key and then we just blast it out to everybody. So I don't know how to share that. Shahan Man joined. It's a fun name. Shahan Man. So I'm sorry, I don't know what to say there. I'm trying. I'm trying. Oh, you can try that and see what happens. Yeah. Can you scoot up a little bit?
I will.
Oh yeah. Oh, look at you go. You almost have it done already. You're so good at this.
We'll see if I can actually squeeze these all in here with the glue in it.
Hang on.
Get in there. Did it.
Okay. Looks really cool though.
Mm-hmm. I kind of want to find something like flat that I can put over the top of it and just like press it down. What's that? Yeah, but then I'll have glue all over the back of the sticker. I feel like maybe if I use, I'm worried that if I use that, when I try to pull it off, it'll pull tiles out.
Okay.
Do you think maybe just paper?
Sure. You try it.
Yeah, we'll try it. Silly dog.
Yeah.
He keeps groaning and whining at us.
Yeah,
He's like, oh, there's my mom. I hope this doesn't ruin it. Guys, I'm scared. Okay.
Bye, Alyssa. It was fun.
Thanks for joining us.
Good work.
Yeah, I think so.
Nice. It looks really cool.
I just need to like fill in some of the gaps with a little bit more glue.
Let me get you.
I think I got it. Just a couple little spots. So. Shiny. Okay. I should go collect our child. And say if you want, you could slide your stuff over here and give them a better view of what you're working on. And do you think you have all the tiles you need? Should I scoop these into here?
I'd like. I'll use them. I'll do it.
You want me to leave them out?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just, can you clean up these ones?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
No, that's fine. Get my glue boogers out of the way.
Yeah.
The first, when I was doing the sample project of this, I was trying to do it while Jeremiah was like on a work call. I tried to be quiet. I didn't do a very good job of it.
It was a stressful call.
I know. Sorry.
That's fine. Normally I wouldn't care, but
I know.
that time I was like, oh.
All right. Thanks for hanging out, guys. I'm heading out. Oh, bye. See you Monday if you're coming to art night. Thanks for hanging out. Here's my cool mosaic thingy. Doohickey. Woo! It's very shiny. Very sticky right now. We'll see how it comes out when it's dry. I'm excited. I think we should bring more glue Monday night.
I think so,
Yeah. So if people want to just do a glue-based mosaic, we can do that. All right.
Okay, I'm just moving my stuff over. I won't be able to type any chats, so we'll just see how it goes. Just moving some tiles over. Alright, so let's do right there. Okay, what's up, dog? Slide this one. Slide it over. I'm sliding it over. Sliding over. Slide over. Okay. I need to grab. Yeah. Okay. So let's see how this goes. I don't see it going well, but before I do this, actually, sorry, I wanted to fix my hop here. I broke it. I wish it's one of those things. I wish I'd taken a picture real quick. It's like that puzzle that you put together, and then you're like, oh, cool, I got it, and then oh, I'm staying. Yeah, I'm just. She's leaving. She has to go run. She's gonna run an errand, and then we'll just get to stick around for a little while longer. Cause why not? I'm trying to work on this thing. It's kind of fun. See, it kind of looks like a hop. I think I just needed to make this a little bit more hoppy. I guess it depends on how big I want to make it too, right? Oh yeah, let me try that. Hang on. Do, do, do. There you go. All right. Yeah, it looks like you're going to be at middle of nowhere as well. And cool. All right. So if you're watching, we're doing some mosaics. And feel free to join the chats. I'm just playing around with this. Trying to figure out how to make this hop a little more hop-like. So there's my model. And I don't know if the lighting is, too much or whatever, but I say I can bring this down just a little bit, but it's going to show up on the other camera. The other thing I could do is
Hey. Can you hear me? I have a teeny little box where I can kind of see your screen. And I'm getting 0 audio. Hello, hello, hello. Yeah, I can't hear anything and I can't see you, so I'm just gonna go back to Instagram and just continue to spectate.